Majority of English learners skip improving their spoken English. It is just because they have no one with whom they can practice. They think that they always need someone with they can practice and improve this language. But for your surprise, you don't need anyone with whom you can practice. You need just yourself and you can improve your spoken English. As I have improved, I practiced with myself. I had no one with whom I could practice. And in today's video, I am going to tell you how did I practice with myself. So without making delay, let's get into the video. Yes, I am a chatterbox. I do speak a lot, but at the same time, I am an introvert person. I hadn't told anyone that I was improving my spoken English. At that time, no one did know about it. Even my family members, no one knew about it. I didn't even tell my friends that, I am improving this language. No one had an idea about it. Then how did I improve? How did I practice with myself? Yes, we have heard to improve this language, we need to speak a lot. But for your kind information, it is not true. It is totally depend on you. But yes, practice is necessary, mandatory. You have to speak this language, and that's how you can practice. So, how did I practice? In my family, except my younger brother, no one knew about it. Yes, I tried to speak to him in this language. I spoke once or twice to him, but as he didn't show that kind of interest in it, and he was also not able to get this language, that's why I stopped talking to him even. But there was another question before me to speak to improve this language. I had to speak in this language. Then I told myself I have to talk to myself. That's how I could improve. Then how I started talking to myself. Initially, it was too difficult. That's why I talked to myself only for 1 or 2 minutes. And while talking to myself in this language, be- just because it was my initial step, and at that time I was afraid to speak in this language. I became anxious and I felt that kind of anxiety which I didn't even feel like to experience again. But still, when I realized to improve this language, I have to practice. Then I started talking to myself as I pretended in front of my family members because I come from a small town where we live in a small house. We have 2 rooms and then we live together. So I couldn't even speak before them because, yes, as I told you, I am an introvert person and I dared not to speak before my family members. I pretended in front of my family members that I was reading a book, but I didn't read. I spoke to myself in English language. Yes, it was quite difficult to speak to myself, but as I knew that I had to speak, that's why I spoke. I spoke as much as possible because there wasn't anyone to tell me that you're making mistake. But still, to correct my mistakes, I always went to Google and corrected my mistakes. Always. Whenever I felt like, here I am making mistake, at that time I went to Google and corrected my mistake. That's how I improved it. I didn't practice before mirror. We have heard this that you can practice before mirror even. No, this is also true. I'm not saying that you can't practice. So it is up to you. How you feel comfortable. It is your choice. You have so many options, alternatives before you. You can take any one. You can pick any one of that. So if you are saying that you have no one with whom you can practice and that's why you are skipping to improve this language, then I am suggesting you practice with yourself. Speak as much as possible and do not worry. No one is going to laugh at your spoken English. And if people are laughing at you, then let them laugh. You're doing good job. You're making someone smile. That's how I improve and I practice with myself. Sometimes I talk to furniture even. There were some photos in my house. I talked to them even. And that's how I practiced with myself. If you are afraid to speak before anyone and you have no one, then practice with yourself. You can also improve your spoken English. It is too easy to practice. Yes, first 2 3 months it's difficult. It is bit hard to get used to this practice, but gradually you would become like a person which you want, like a fluent English speaker. But first step is to start practicing. Speak at least 3 4 words, and that's how you can start. When I started at that time, I was able to only speak only 3 4 words, only words, not more than that. But gradually I got used to it and improved my spoken English even. So I just want you to speak as much as possible. At the same time, you must read and listen to videos even, but always listen with subtitles. And while reading, see how language is written, each and every word. I hope I have solved your this problem that you have no one. Then how can we improve this language? Thank you for watching my video.